Today we are looking at carbonyl compounds. So, what are carbonyl compounds? Carbonyl compounds are groups of organic compounds, or in the rich functional groups. We have them divided into ketones, and then we have what we call the aldehydes. So these ones are the classifications of carbonyl compounds. For ketones, they have carbon, double bond, oxygen as their functional group, and then in aldehydes we have carbon, double bond, oxygen, and then the carbon is bonded to hydrogen. Actually, this functional group on aldehyde is found on the ending carbon. That's on the terminal carbon. Then the functional group for the ketone is found in the middle of the chain. It's not at the end of the chain. Now, how do we form these carbonyl compounds? How are they formed? We form the carbonyl compounds from one that is oxidation of alcohols. So from oxidation of alcohols, we can form carbonyl compounds. Before you go further, you should know which oxidizing agents you need. The oxidizing agents used in this reaction, one is acidified potassium dichromate 6 solution, and then 2 we need acidified potassium manganate 7 solution. So you can use these two as your oxidizing agents. You know, oxidation is addition of oxygen, whereas on the other hand we have reduction as removal of oxygen. Or you can also define oxidation as removal of electrons, and then reduction as addition of electrons. Now that we know oxidizing agent and we know the meaning of oxidation, how now do we get these carbonyl compounds? If you oxidize a primary alcohol, so take for example from primary alcohol, e.g. ethanol. So ethanol, that is CH3, CH2OH. That is ethanol. The oxidation of ethanol as a primary alcohol with acidified potassium dichromate 6 solution would give us a carbonyl compound which is an aldehyde. So if you have CH3, CH2OH, and then we have oxygen in showing oxidation using our oxidizing agent. By the way, this one is a weak oxidizing agent, and then acidified potassium manganate 7 solution is a strong oxidizing agent. So if you use acidified potassium dichromate 6 solution on ethanol, which is a primary alcohol, you will get an aldehyde, which is ethanol. So you have CH3, CHOH. So this is ethanol. So here we have ethanol, and then here we have ethanol. ethanol. If you now have a further oxidation of this one, which is ethanol, then now you can get a carboxylic acid. Second one is when we have a secondary alcohol. A secondary alcohol. Take for example, you have CH3, CH3, CH, and then I have CH2, OH. You have this one as your secondary alcohol, as your secondary. Actually, let me have this. You have OH, yes, then you have CH, yes, as your secondary alcohol. Now, the oxidation will either of this one, acidified potassium dichromate, or acidified potassium permanganate, or a secondary alcohol is going to give you now what we call a ketone. So you have CH3, CHOH, CH3. Then we use oxygen as the representing oxidation. Using any of this oxidizing agent, we shall have a ketone. In this case, our ketone is what? Our ketone is propanol. So this is how we form carbonyl compounds. We form carbonyl compounds from oxidation of alcohols. It can be primary alcohol or secondary alcohol. If you use a strong oxidizing agent on a primary alcohol, you won't get an aldehyde. You will get a carboxylic acid. So in your preparation, if you are to get an aldehyde, you should use a weak oxidizing agent, which is acidified potassium dichromate 6 solution. Okay. To wind up our lesson, I said the carbonyl compounds are divided into two. We have ketones with the functional group carbon double bond oxygen. This one here occurs in the middle of the chain. Then we have what's called the aldehydes. Aldehydes have carbon double bond oxygen, then the carbon is bonded to hydrogen. The carbon here, the functional group, is found at the terminal carbon, the ending carbon of the chain. For example, here, where we have carbon, oxygen, and then hydrogen, the ending carbon. Then, for a ketone, in the middle of the chain, that's where we have a ketone. So, in the preparation, we are getting these carbonyl compounds through oxidations of alcohol. So the oxidation, we can use oxidizing agents like acidified potassium dichromate 6 solution, or we use acidified potassium manganate 7 solution. This one is a weak one, the first one, then the second one is a strong one. So when you use a weak one in a primary alcohol, you get aldehyde. When you use a strong one in a primary alcohol, you get a carboxylic acid. Then, on the second one, if now you're oxidizing a secondary alcohol, either you use a first one or a second one, all of them will give you a ketone. Like for example here, we are oxidizing propan 2-on, and now we are getting propanol. Thank you for watching this video. Have a blessed time.